love to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome to Villains, the podcast, special edition from the room because Emily's at work and the boy's crazy. All right, so we get started today. We're going to do some sports picks, some food, some entertainment. It's going to be a really fun show. So without further ado, let us... What's going on, Chris?
Well, I just have to say it's been an eventful week. I'm excited. You notice I haven't been chirping a lot like I normally am about my school. I'm just happy to be on this ride. I'm enjoying it for a change. And to think that game day is going to be at our game on Saturday, and the guest picker is somebody who's been on the Vanderbilt sidelines 3 times already this year and is a Vanderbilt fan and not an Alabama fan or alumni. It's somebody from tied to Vanderbilt is going to be the guest picker. This is all about Vanderbilt being on game day. It's not about Alabama. I'll take that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, so our next...
We're creatures of habit. We can't live without it. We don't have to answer to anyone. We're chasing the rabbit like creatures of habit, and no one else knows where we're coming from. And nothing.
What's up, Terry?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good, man, good. I just worked like 9 out of the last 10 days, and I'm very thankful for it. So now I get a day off, and I'm drinking some coffee late at night.
What kind
Doesn't
of
get
coffee?
much better than that.
What kind of coffee?
Gosh, hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on. Talk amongst yourself.
How are you, Chris?
I'm doing
Javalia
good.
Dark Royal Roast.
Huh. Should have Cafe Bustelo with the vanilla flavor.
No, I don't like the vanilla flavor in my coffee. I like my coffee black, so
Oh.
I like it bitter. So it's really good. I haven't really heard from James tonight.
It's still 0-0. I checked the score.
I guess I just assumed he'd be on.
His Yankees are on.
I know, that's why I'm asking him, because I had forgot even earlier to ask him if he was coming. All right, so I know Yankees are in the playoffs, so all righty. Emily can only be on for a minute. So she's not on yet. So let's go ahead and go to our first discussion. This was going to be a lot more fun when James was on, because I know Chris doesn't watch a lot of Star Wars, but what's your favorite Star Wars?
My favorite Star Wars has always been the original Star Wars that came out in the 70s.
Which particular movie?
I think he means episode 4.
Are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
about Star Wars, the
The
original?
very first one.
Star Wars, the very first one that came out in the 70s. The original.
All right. I like that movie. I like all the first 6 anyway. Terry.
I'd have to agree. I think the first one really set the standard high for the rest to follow. Really kept you in it. It's like people couldn't wait till whenever the next ones were coming out. So I definitely say the first one there.
I got you. I'm gonna go with episode 6, Revenge of the Sith. I think it was the best movie. You talk about setting the tone. It sets the tone for everything you're about to see in the next movie that y'all were just talking about, actually, because that's the way the timeline goes. And it's really awesome for me because I watched the original 3. All of us did. All of us are old enough to watch the original 3 in our childhood. And then these came out, and then you get to watch Revenge of the Sith to show you why everything happened in episode 4. It's just brilliant. And the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan, man, that's the greatest fight scene I've ever seen in my life. Just brilliant. I like all the first 6. What you think about the last 3?
Can we give credit to Darth Maul being like one of the only guys to kill Liam Neeson in a movie?
Hey, look, I like Darth Maul.
I love the lights. That's like my favorite lightsaber was the double-sided one he had.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was really cool. So I'm sure y'all seen this, but still, our episode of FAFO today. So one more time. So you have no idea how high up in the air that I have been in that section right there, because as I've been to Clemson games, many more Clemson games than South Carolina games. Just geographically, it's always been within 45 minutes of me when I lived up here, and way high up there. And the one thing we don't talk about South Carolina enough, you're just like, oh, South Carolina's Southern comfort and nice and friendly. But one thing you don't do in South Carolina is fuck with somebody when their sports team just lost. And this guy just found out the hard way. He flipped off that Clemson fan and he jerked him up by the neck. That was great.
So you talk about that's really high up there. What's interesting about that place is right across the road is the dam that holds the lake in, and the top of the dam is up higher than the stadium, and if that dam wasn't there, the stadium would be underwater because of the lake.
So it's very interesting. So what you're looking at there, that's actually the Savannah River. It goes all the way to the ocean, and what they've done is they've had instituted tons of dams from the ocean all the way up to the South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina border up there, kind of where the Savannah River goes. And so right there separates Lake Jocassee from Lake Hartwell. And it's really hard to explain. There would not be a lake there, but the Savannah River was huge. So the stadium would be underwater for real because the path of the river is right there. Like you could literally see the water from Clemson Stadium.
Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty cool. Back around 2005, 2006, when they did the remediation project on it, they had to pump grout into the ground like 20 feet underground because the dam kept sliding toward the stadium and it was leaking. So they had to repair it without tearing it down. It was pretty interesting thing to do, and I was actually in that crew that worked on that.
Yep, that is cool. So it's just you've never been there, Terry, I'm guessing, but it's a real nice area. Now Clemson itself is a dump as far as the town goes, and I'm not talking shit about it. It's just I don't know how to explain. It's small town. You know what I mean? It's all small town there, and dump is not the right word, but small town is the right word.
Cesspool.
What's that?
Cesspool is it proper?
No, it's farmlands and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, all farmland out there. Like South Carolina is in Columbia, and Vanderbilt's in Nashville, UCLA's in LA. Clemson is not like that.
well, the closest I've been there, I was stationed in southern Georgia over in Valdosta.
Yeah, for sure. I know where Valdosta is.
And I didn't like that town much either. It was like half city and half country. It was all kind of trash. But then I was just a young single guy then. So it's like now look back at it now. I'm like, yeah, it'd probably be a great place to raise a family. Not good when you're single because you'd be bored out of your mind. You're like forever trying to leave the area on the weekends to find stuff to do.
Oh, yeah. Valdosta, Georgia is kind of like Chris, if I were to compare like Clarksville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's about what Valdosta is like. So that's a good comparison.
Did some environmental work with the drilling company down there at Valdosta too, at the military base.
Moody?
Yep.
That was my base. I was there in 2002. Or, sorry, 2003.
Okay. I was down there around 05, 06.
Okay, so I just left then. You just missed me. I went to Las Vegas.
Gotcha. So in 06, I did what we called it the college tour, because every city we went to had a major college campus on it. Like we did some work in Tallahassee. Literally, our hotel was 2 blocks away from Doak Walker.
Mm.
We did Clemson. We did Jacksonville, Florida. We did a job in Birmingham, less than 4 miles away from University of Alabama. I mean, it's crazy.
Now, I've been to Alabama. I've been to LSU. I've been to Mississippi State. I've never been to Ole Miss. Never been to Oklahoma. Never been to Texas or Texas A&M. I've been to like all the old SEC with the exception of Ole Miss.
Okay.
Auburn is really funny because like outside the stadium when you're driving there, the engineers have made the speed bumps there play music as you drive over it. And that's pretty neat though. That's cool what people can do. Like smart people like that can assess things, engineers and whatever. That's so neat. Never anything I've aspired to be. I don't want to make creations for humanity. That's not my talent. So
but it is. You're making creations on social media.
I am, but I mean like I can't make music out of rock, bro. I don't possess that talent.
Now, Chris, when you were in Valdosta, did you go tour Valdosta State?
Went to a game there.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's funny, like the 2 high school teams over there was more exciting to see. At least when I was there, before Valdosta State started getting better, it was better to see the 2 high school teams go at it. And that was, Valdosta High School and I think Lowndes County High School.
Okay. See, and that's crazy to me because in the 90s, it was always Valdosta State and University of North Alabama competing for the conference championship and who was going to go to the playoffs. And UNA ended up winning 4 straight national titles and beating Valdosta State like 6 straight times. But it was always them 2 deciding the conference championship.
Yeah, well, I got to watch my Division I football team win a national championship in 1988. And yes, Furman is Division I football. It's just FCS. And
Yep.
that was really cool because that we're talking same level. 1AA, I still call it 1AA.
Mhm.
Stuck in that ways. Watching Furman and Marshall and Georgia Southern and App State go at it back in the day, man, that was real football. That was
Battles.
fun.
Yep.
Furman was real good. Appalachian State was real good. Georgia Southern, Marshall, man, it was awesome. They had Southern Conference used to be flaming powerful. What you see out in the Dakotas right now, that's what this was back then.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it was great. Great football. Furman is ass now. They lost to Presbyterian. They were ass last year. Presbyterians actually got the longest win streak in Division I football. I don't know if y'all know that at 9 wins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Presbyterian's right here in the upstate of South Carolina. Small little college, Presbyterian College, PC. But it's cool to see them doing well. But I'm still a Furman guy, and they beat Furman, so fuck them.
Right.
That's how I feel about that. But I am enjoying seeing a local small college have the longest streak in Division I football. That's pretty cool. It really is.
It is.
High school football in Georgia is big too. You were talking about that. So I grew up right here in the upstate South Carolina, where football is big here. High school football is big here too. But you would always see Georgia teams on our local ticker. That told you how big those rivalries were if they were making it into South Carolina. You know what I mean? I bet you our schools, with the exception of
Sumter's always in the national rankings.
Sumter is, but I'm talking about where Bentley coached. That they were ranked number 1 in the whole country as high school, won like 4 state titles in a row. Gosh. Hold on.
I don't remember the name of it.
They're not as good now as they were. Hold on. I've got to figure this out real quick. I meant like it's obviously one of the best high school football teams that ever was in South Carolina to be ranked number 1 nationally.
But while he's looking that up, the only thing with our town, so we have 2 high schools. So one was Lakeview, like the one I was sharing the stats for in the chat for my my buddy's kid. And the main school, the bigger school, is Central. Now, they're not necessarily as well known, but a team that they play every year, whether it's here or over in Midland, is Permian Basin, as you remember from Friday Night Lights.
So, Andrew, are you thinking about Irmo or Rock Hill?
No, Irma and Rock Hill have always been good, but it's Burns High School. Burns High School, yeah, they're the ones. Battleground Academy. So Bobby Bentley was the name of the coach. Jake Bentley was a quarterback at South Carolina. Bobby Bentley left there to go coach at Presbyterian. But that's funny how this conversation went full circle just now.
Yep.
So the boy is upset. He was laying in the bed holding his cup, drinking it, and it fell and hit him in the eye. He's holding it like that. All right.
It's hard to drink when you're laying down.
It is. Dominic, what's up, man?
Dominic?
We love Dominic. I bet he's having a good time, even though Florida State took a loss last week after what they did last year. To be back, Florida State, Miami being a big-time rivalry, I know he's excited. I would be. So that's really cool as well. So we're going to get to that in a minute. So let's run our first commercial. Well, actually, before we run, let's do one before we go to commercial because I think the boy just went to sleep. So give him some time to marinate really well. You know how this game is played, Chris. Pick one of each.
So my style is going to be drum. My flavor is going to be honey barbecue. And my dip is going to be ranch. And the veggie is going to be celery stuffed with peanut butter.
You don't get to just add things to make things more delicious. Like
Well,
that's going in that ranch you chose.
so I'm not eating either one of them, but I would eat celery with peanut butter in it.
I love celery and peanut butter. I'm not arguing with you that it's delicious. Like that, we're not arguing that. I love celery and peanut butter. I love carrots though. I could just eat carrots for real. Terry.
Well, since the discussion before always seemed between drums and flats, because if I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't feel like dealing bones. I'm just getting boneless. Now, in this case, so I would choose boneless. I get the little bug up my rear once in a while when I'm feeling spicy. So even I never had ghost pepper, I would take the chance and have ghost pepper on them. Just see what I'm capable of. My dipping sauce will be blue cheese, always. There is no other. And for my side veggie, I would pick celery. Also great, not just with peanut butter, but also dunking it in blue cheese as well.
I agree. So for me, I'm taking flats. I mean, the flats are I think they're better. I like the taste of them better. And the middle one's so hard. It's between lemon pepper and garlic parmesan for me, but and teriyaki be good too. But and buffalo, but I'm gonna go with lemon pepper. Lemon pepper wings are my favorite, man. They're just so good. Blue cheese for sure. Like I'm going blue cheese all the way. And in this scenario, add what you want, Chris. It's make believe anyway. Well, you know what? James has a point there. This is all make believe. I'm gonna go celery. I like carrots better than celery, but carrots are hard to get the dip to stick to it. Celery, you just scoop that bitch up and take a bite. So I'm taking celery in this scenario for sure. But I do love carrots. Now you know how this game goes. Eliminate one.
I'm gonna drop the flat.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the ghost pepper. I'm dropping the blue cheese, and I'm dropping the carrot.
There's a whole lot of crazy talk going on in there, right? Like you dropping flats and blue cheese. That's great. And I know this isn't your typical one. You only have one or two to choose from. So, Terry.
Dropping the flat.
That's crazy talk.
I've had all those other flavors, and to tell you the truth, I've never had a teriyaki sauce that I liked on wings. I've never had no matter where I went. Everyone's teriyaki that they use, I've never liked it. So I'm dropping teriyaki sauce.
I love teriyaki.
Getting rid of the ranch.
That's crazy
and
talk.
Carrots is it's kind of pointless. So yeah, I just say, just bring me extra celery. Leave the carrots away from me.
I mean, I will eat the carrots by themselves, but they just don't dip well. Like they just don't. Nothing sticks to it.
I'll steam them and butter them.
Yeah, me too for sure. Man. Steamed carrots are amazing.
The only way I'm eating a carrot is if they're sliced and candied. By candied, I don't know if you've ever had it. You cook it in brown sugar. And the brown sugar, liquefies. It's the only way I'm eating it.
I think I've had that before.
And it's only going to be maybe a half a helping.
So I will tell you, my beautiful wife says flats, honey barbecue. She loves honey barbecue, ranch, and carrots. She doesn't.
Is that what she likes, or is that what she getting rid of?
No, that's what she likes.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. Like I didn't know it was called candy, but I do like brown sugar carrots, but I prefer them steamed and buttered, dripped in butter and steamed. Yes, man, that's the best carrot in the world. For me, I'm getting rid of boneless because boneless isn't a wing. It's a chicken nugget, so I'm getting rid of that. On the second row, I'm going to get rid of the mango habanero because mango's ass. It is so nasty, I can't even stand it. I'm getting rid of ranch, and I'm going to get rid of carrots in this scenario. unless they're bringing them to my table steamed and buttered. I'm going to go with the celery. But I do like the brown sugar. So you actually, what you do with the brown sugar is you add I think it's with the carrots that we use 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and you use like 1/8 of a cup of water, and you heat them up that way and put a top on it, and the brown sugar starts boiling and it gets into the carrot. And yeah, that's some good shit right there. I agree with Chris 120%. If you've never had it, try it. Boneless, anything, hot blue cheese and celery. Yeah, for sure. Not me. That's I like hot. If you ever tried, like, you go to the wing places and got the hottest one they have, y'all ever just do that? I have. I love to do it. The only one that I just absolutely could not eat was this place called Buffalo Southwest Cafe. They had something called Death Valley. I was like, yeah, give me the Death Valley. I'm gonna eat those right now. Man, I had like 26 ramekins of blue cheese, and I was still burning all the way down my face. I was like, no, I don't want no more of that.
I think the hottest one I ever had was in Korea.
Oh,
now,
I bet.
the flavor was good, but the thing is, the sauce was so thick, it was almost like a paste. So it was getting stuck inside. No matter how many beers I was downing to try to wash it down, it was not helping. It wasn't going anywhere. It was staying stuck. I'm like, God damn it. Like, so finally, they brought me a scoop of ice cream. So I'm looking like a clown here, like rubbing all over my face and lips to conceal the burn. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, so that's what the Death Valley did too. It literally burns your mouth. I missed a couple. Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much. BHP versus Oceanside. I mean, they're not in the playoffs yet, so I mean, I'm guessing that's Ryan's prediction. I could see that. Oceanside Collegiates, they're really good. BHP is really good. Westside had been really good in South Carolina football, but Cutterwoods obviously went to South Carolina. So before we go to commercial, I'm not going to get into South Carolina too deep. I'm just going to cover what I saw. South Carolina's defense is still really, really, really good. Has been all year. If you look at the time of possession, South Carolina has been on the bad side of time of possession by 10 minutes at least in every single game this year. So the defense has been on the field the whole game. The offense can't protect the quarterback, can't run the ball, and special teams are elite at South Carolina. So what we saw at Kentucky this week, South Carolina won the time of possession for the first time this year, scored 4 offensive touchdowns, couple of defensive touchdowns. I mean, like you saw it. You saw what happens when you win the time of possession battle. And that's the difference in South Carolina being 5-1 right now and being 3-2. So they go into LSU in a couple weeks. Emily's always flirting with me, James. You better get her. So we are going to go into our only commercial break. We will be back. I'm going to take the boy and put him in the bed during the commercial break because he has passed out on me after he hit himself in the head with the cup. He's such a sweet boy. We will be back in just a few minutes. You're watching Villains, the podcast, only on the Villain Media Network.
love to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome back to Villains the Podcast. As always, we do this because of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Today's a good day to renew your walk with Him if you've strayed. We've all done it. Today's a good day to come back. I don't like we are living in dangerous times. For those of you who read, the signs are there. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel obligated to warn y'all what I feel in my heart. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
All right. So Emily said, James, he's mine. That is correct. I have several tattoos that prove that I'm hers, including the name on my back.
Mhm.
So,
And her lips on your neck.
yes, I do. I have her lips on my neck as well.
Where's the one that says property of Emily?
It's on my back.
All right.
So, quick story, James, not James, Terry. So, when I got this lips tattoo, I actually was about 30 minutes late to my own show. I had Chris start the show for me and get everything going. And when I got on, I was like, hey, everybody, this is how I'm late. And Chris, without skipping a beat, says, why is there a Florida Gator logo on your neck? I said,
Oh my God.
It looked like a gator for real when he first got it.
I mean, you know, it's all sore and red. I mean, I get it. I was like, what's he talking about? I'm like, no, dude, that's a pair of lips.
Like
But
you
yeah,
lost a permanent bet.
I love me some tattoos. I need to go get me one. It's been a while since I've had a tattoo. So I'm feeling the itch on that.
Vintage South Carolina logo.
What's that?
Vintage South Carolina mascot logo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I love that. That's the what you see now, but without the block C around it.
So, Andrew, I don't know if you caught it, but Terry gave you the goofiest look when you called him James.
Yeah, I know. I had just looked and see if James had messaged me, and then that's why James was on my mind with that. I'm sure he's watching. I'm sure
You need to get Chris's glasses, whatever side he's on.
Yes, he's on that side.
Why does it show you on that side for me?
I have no idea, bro. But for me, it's me.
Lexia.
Chris is beside me. You're on the bottom. So
Just like my Bruins.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. Like I told y'all that, and I wasn't joking. So if you don't, you can believe what you want. She said you better your mind. You can, I don't. You can believe what you want, but X is an excellent source of information when you start reading things. Like you'll see things on X, and then 8 to 10 months later, see it come to fruition. So this whole Jimbo Fisher to UCLA thing, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's some people in the know that are talking about this. It's in the market. He's familiar with the ACC. He's won it several times, won a national championship out of this conference. He just had his interview a couple weeks ago where he said he's got the itch. He's ready to get back into coaching. I see it. Like when I read that, it made too much sense in my head to ignore it.
So you mentioned Fisher to UCLA. So I said something last week about Gruden going to Arkansas.
I think he wants it. He said he wants to coach in the SEC. Here's his opportunity.
Yes, but I saw it this morning. Somebody posted an interview that he did like in 2022 where he literally said, Arkansas is a job I would want.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Specifically said Arkansas.
I mean, there's money in Arkansas. So it's hard to recruit in Arkansas because there ain't shit out there. But there's money to be made in Arkansas. They got the Walmart family. They got Tyson Foods. I mean, they got Jerry Jones. There's money to be made in Arkansas for players and coaches. Yep. So they have the perfect NIL system. They just need the perfect coach. Because even if you have a good NIL, people still want to win. And we are still seeing that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So people would be like, well, I'll take $4 million over $7 million to go play for Alabama. When I go to Arkansas, nobody sees me. I get hurt. I'm never going to the NFL. There's no incentive right now. You put in a John Gruden, all of a sudden there's an incentive to go to Arkansas. So Gruden going to Arkansas and Fisher going to UCLA would be good for football. And if you don't think so, you don't know football. That would be awesome to see them in the college ranks. That would make it so much more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we talked about those two, there's the third college now who needs a coach. From what you've seen on X or whatever, has there been any kind of rumors or leading candidates for the Virginia Tech job?
I mean, there's been rumors from the beginning. Obvious one was Michael Vick, Shane Beamer, because his dad was there, but Shane Beamer's already said he wants his own legacy, so I don't see it going down like that. Michael Vick would 100% take that job if offered. But I think he's got to finish out his first season at Sacramento State first, because he really can't quit in the middle of the season, or else he'll never get another job ever. He has to at least complete the season. I think that's the hottest smoke I've seen on X, Michael Vick, because you take that Michael Vick, who he is, what he did, one of the greatest college football players ever. I mean, like, you're going to be able to recruit Virginia Tech. The problem with Virginia Tech is there money there. Because as we've seen, they've spent nothing on NIL. I don't know because they didn't believe in their coach or anything, but they don't spend shit on NIL, nothing. I think they're in like the bottom 10%. So,
and I think Vic makes perfect sense for Virginia Tech.
Agreed.
It would be that job for him, just like Penn State is for Franklin and Vanderbilt is for Clark Lee. There's certain schools that people are tied to that's it for them. And Virginia, you would have to think that Virginia Tech is that school for Michael Vick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's where he went to college. He only went to college 1 year. And that's not to trash him. He was such an amazing talent that he was 19 years old, drafted first pick overall by the Falcons. At 19, right? So amazing. I love Michael Vick, man. I as a Falcon fan, I obviously loved him, but I loved him in college. I was rooting for Virginia Tech so hard to win that national championship over Florida State because I hate Florida State anyway. Yep. So now there's Michael Vick, who I loved even before he came to Atlanta. I mean that in my heart of hearts. I'm watching him that year. He was special. And if he would have played 3-4 years, we'd be talking about the GOAT. He was the GOAT. I promise you. But he was really cool. I think he fits Virginia Tech. So top 10, Chris. What's right? What's wrong? What would you change?
I think it's fair to keep. Well, I actually think Miami's the best team in the country right now. I still think Penn State is going to find their way into the finals. They remind me of Ohio State last year, who lost to Oregon during the season. And it was kind of a wake-up call for that team, right? And I think the loss to Oregon is going to serve Penn State the same way, a wake-up call that you have to take care of business every single game, no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, but in all fairness, that game was on the road for Ohio State, and the refs threw a shit show in that game. As much as I hate Ohio State, I can call it as I see it, and that was crazy. But your point is valid. Like they went on a fucking tirade after that.
Yeah. I think Penn State can find their way back. I think Miami's best team in the country. What are you getting with Oregon? I really, up until that game Saturday, I didn't trust Dante Moore, and I don't know that I still trust him. Because he's had games where you're wondering, what's he going to do? You know?
He's won a playoff game, and your head coach and my head coach and Chris's head coach and Terry's head coach have not. So that's something Franklin has done.
And
beat a top 10 team in the college football playoff. That's impressive.
And let me address that real quick. The idea that Penn State needs to fire James Franklin is the most absurd talk I've ever heard. Because remember, Nebraska did the same thing to Frank Solich. Nebraska has not been relevant since. You don't fire coaches that average 10 or 11 wins a year.
Well,
you don't do that.
Even worse, after Solich, Bo Pelini won 10 games every year, and then one year he won 9 games and they fired him.
Yes, you don't do coaches that way.
Correct.
James Franklin is Penn State's equivalent to what Mark Richt was at Georgia. You win 10, 11 games every year. You're going to get a bowl game. What's to argue about that?
Hey, look, I'll even argue higher. Now, if the college football playoff had been in Mark Richt's day, he'd have won a national championship. I said what I said.
Oh, yeah.
What I said.
Indiana, and they are looking solid right now. I don't know if there's a hotter team in the country right now than Indiana the way they played the last 3 weeks.
Man, they busted Illinois' ass.
I don't know if I'd have Texas that high. They haven't looked that good. I would actually put Texas A&M ahead of Texas right now. Texas A&M is a problem.
Yeah,
Marcel Reed. Yeah, their quarterback Marcel Reed. I don't think he's getting enough credit in the Heisman talk. I think he should be in the top 5 right now.
Well, he's not getting a lot of that credit because that defense at Texas A&M is just so fucking good. I mean, like, they're shut down. Texas A&M is a whole ass problem. I agree.
I think I would put Alabama ahead of Georgia, and I'm not sold on Oklahoma. I think they punched above their weight the first few weeks, and now it gets tricky without John Mateer. I don't know if they're going to maintain that spot.
Well, they're going to beat Kent.
They should.
They literally could come out and run draw play from shotgun every single play of the game and win this game. Kent is that bad. All right. They really are. Kent State is awful, just fucking awful. They haven't been relevant since Lou Holtz. Terry.
Well, that was definitely a huge win by Oregon. I didn't think they were going to win that one. I thought the power of Penn State was kind of going to be a punch in the face to their speed, but they were able to overcome that. Like Chris said, I think Indiana does look scary. I mean, just that 2-season turnaround, bringing in the coach from, if I'm not mistaken, it was James Madison's old coach, correct? Prior to Indiana?
Talking about Cincinnati?
Yeah, their head coach.
Yeah, he was at James Madison before he went to Indiana.
Yes.
Yeah. I do believe Penn State will be playoff bound, whether they're going to win the big games or not the rest of this regular season. I'm looking forward 2 weeks to determine. I can't make a determination on the bottom 2 with Texas and Oklahoma until I see the Red River shootout in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 or 3 weeks.
So I will tell you this. I don't think Oklahoma is good enough to make it to the playoffs. But the winner of the Red Rivers rivalry, or shootout, as I like to call it as well from the old days, probably goes to the college football playoff, and the loser probably does not. because Oklahoma's got a few L's coming their way. So for me, Ohio State's number one until they get beat. They're the defending national champions. They're undefeated. They're number one. Oregon going into Penn State and winning in overtime in that environment, I like winning on the road in overtime is almost impossible. And to do it in the way that crowd was raucous that night, Oregon's real good. Miami's real good too. Indiana's good. I think Texas is one of the best teams in the country still. Same way with Georgia. Texas A&M, their defense is probably the best defense in the country. I said what I said. Penn State will 11-1 or 10-2. We'll see them in the playoffs. Bama beating Georgia on the road like they did. Holy shit, man. Georgia's real fucking good too. Bama's a problem. If Bama played Florida State right now, they would beat Florida State by 20. They just got them at the right time. Alabama's really good. And have y'all noticed anybody off this list? And then I will tell you why I did it after this. Who should be in the top 10 that's not here? They just beat LSU.
Ole Miss?
Yes. So Ole Miss is not on this list for one reason, and Oklahoma's on here for one reason. Rage bait engagement. Because as soon as I put this out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna start leaving one team that deserves to be in there off the list every week, and just to see if anybody notices it. I shared it. Within 3 minutes, you had Ole Miss fans losing their mind. And so, it worked the way it was supposed to work. But Ohio State, Ole Miss is better than Oklahoma. So, all right.
Look out for Sooner Nation.
What's that?
Look out for Sooner Nation in the hate mails.
Man, there's just one, really. You don't know him, but we know him. I want to see him take the next step, too.
Yes.
So he doesn't know Tim Bailey. So Tim Bailey is so outside of Oklahoma, he actually has really good college football insight. Like, he really does. Like, he knows his stuff. But when he talks about Oklahoma, he cannot help himself. Oklahoma's going to win the national championship every year. Dylan Gabriel transferred off because he wasn't good enough to beat out Jackson Arnold for the starting spot. Jackson Arnold was the best quarterback recruit we've seen in 50 years. I mean, just crazy stuff about Oklahoma. But he's definitely a homer.
And we see now that what we saw from Jackson Arnold at Oklahoma is who Jackson Arnold is, because he's not been very good at Auburn either.
So he hasn't been, but the one thing I'll defend him on is Auburn has the same problem South Carolina has. They have a good defense. They have good special teams, but they cannot protect the quarterback and they cannot run the football. I mean, Auburn and South Carolina are mirror programs right now. They're exactly the same. They can't move the ball on offense, and their defenses are good. And Jackson Arnold, just like Lenore Sellers, doesn't matter. Well, even though Lenore Sellers is still out there showing out, even without an offensive line. And I think that's the most impressive thing I've seen. Like, he is really doing good. He has less than 3 seconds to throw the ball, and he's coming up with stats like he's doing. That's really good. Lenore Sellers is special. Jackson Arnold is not, because he's in the same situation and he cannot make the plays. Not that most people could with that offensive line, but I'm saying Lenore Sellers special, Jackson Arnold average. Although he had a really good offensive line at Oklahoma last year and he didn't look good. So I'm just saying.
So one thing about South Carolina, I think you saw in the Kentucky game what everybody expected South Carolina to be this year.
Correct.
I thought they looked really, really good.
Well, here's the defining moment in the game. They actually moved the ball, kept the time of possession, and won games. They're they're 4-1 right now. If they win the time of possession, like, because they beat the shit out of Missouri, and who knows with the Vanderbilt game if they could have done it. And I still taking that touchdown off the board, that still pisses me off. Man, you had over 10 minutes to stop play and review it for targeting, and you wait till Nicholas Harbor's like streaking up them, like they blew the whistle.
Oh, I agree.
Ball. That was crazy.
See, I agree with that aspect of it. I just didn't agree with the reviewing for targeting because he didn't launch, he didn't lead with his head, and it was incidental contact, and he pulled his arms up like he was trying to stop.
The problem is it wasn't incidental contact. So they actually, I don't know if you watched the SEC network after the SEC wrap-up show or whatever it's called. I mean, he hit him helmet to helmet, and I was like, okay, that really wasn't that vicious. I agree with you. But what they showed it again, and they showed the rule. So when he came up to him and did this, he headbutted him. And that was the reason he got the call.
Yeah.
The reason he got the call is because he did the headbutt. It wasn't like launching, and it wasn't like targeting, but headbutting is illegal. And they call, I mean, it shouldn't have been targeting, should have been a personal foul.
That's what I agree with. Yes.
But it should not have been targeting because the elements of targeting were not there. He didn't launch, he didn't lead with his helmet, he did a headbutt, which is a personal foul. That is a personal foul, not target. I agree with you on that. He should not have been ejected. But anyway, I like this one. This one was really, I didn't think this one was going to be hard after looking. But when I really started getting down to it, there's a lot of good stuff on here because all that stuff is good. I'd eat everything on this board. But we'll start with you, Chris.
Give me tacos.
You are a basic white girl tonight. What's going on? You usually are the exotic one, but all right, keep going.
Give me tacos. Give me a salad and garlic bread.
Salad.
So that brings me up to 13. I got $2 to spend. Give me a pop in the water.
All righty. I do love salad. Nothing like a good salad, to be honest with you. Especially grilled chicken. Terry.
Give me sushi.
Yucky. Give you what?
Give me sushi. Give me chicken curry and water because I don't want the pop or any other flavored drink to ruin the flavors that my taste buds are going to go through with sushi and curry.
She's going sushi, and pop. And she means that. She does, I promise you. But I'm kind of going to do it like Chris did it. I'm going to go with sushi, and I'm going to go with soup and salad. You know what I mean? Because that's really, really good. And then I'm going to go with the water. Like, I like water. So that's how I like it. All right. So on this one, since it's spend 15, we're not going to do that. I just want you to eliminate one on each row.
I'm going to eliminate the pad thai. The fries, you'll hear me bitch about fries all the time. It's hard to get a good fry. And after about 3 minutes and they start getting cold, they ain't worth a shit. So get rid of the fries and get rid of the green tea.
All righty. I love green tea. Terry.
I'm going to get rid of the pad thai. I'm also going to get rid of the fries. And I really don't do iced coffee that much, so I'm going to get rid of the iced coffee.
So this iced coffee here, I would get rid of. But if we're talking like iced coffee, pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, I'm not getting rid of iced coffee. All right. So for me, I'm getting rid of the tacos. I mean, chicken curry and pad thai are good, bro. Like, tacos are basic as hell. I'm getting rid of French fries as well. 100% getting rid of French fries. Salad, soup, and garlic bread are amazing. And to Chris's point, French fries are so inconsistent from place to place. Very rarely do you go and get a salad that's bad. It's a salad, but you can really mess up fries. And I'm gonna get rid of the pop. I don't drink a lot of soda. I'm not a big fan of soda to be. I love green tea though. I like it hot and I like the cold green tea from Lipton. That stuff's really good.
especially with the honey.
I haven't had it with that, but I would try it. Like, no doubt. So behind me is Haggard. He's my new bearded dragon. That's what you see. I would get him out, but he's still kind of pretentious of being here. And well, at least the boy's asleep. The boy drives him crazy. All right. So now we are
Do you
going.
change the light bulb
What's that?
at night? Do you change the light bulb?
No, I turn off the lights at night.
Oh, because I think for them, what they told us to do before, I think it was a red light bulb at night. It kind of like calms them, I guess.
No, they didn't tell me that. Although he is very, very well taken care of, I promise you. He eats good, has fresh water every day, his cage clean. He gets petted, even though he doesn't really like when the boy pets him. The boy has a lot of like sudden movements, and he doesn't like that. You know what I mean? He comes running by, and his eye will get real big. So I woke him up one night to take a picture to show my friend. And so I turned the lights on and I stuck my phone in the cage to take a picture of it. He went, because he's like, what's this phone doing in here? Like, he has no idea what that is. He's cute. All right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Mississippi State and Texas A&M. Now, this game is going to be a lot closer than most people think. Chris.
So I said it way back in July. I thought Mississippi State was on to something, that they were going to be the most improved team in the SEC. I don't think I've been wrong in that. They've looked really, really good so far.
Well, it ain't Kentucky and Arkansas.
This is true. But it's at Texas A&M, and Marcel Reed is a problem.
Yes. The temperature's perfect for him at night.
I think Texas A&M wins the game. This might be the launching point of Marcel Reed in the Heisman talk. But make no mistake about it, what Jeff Lebby is doing at Mississippi State, if it continues the rest of the year and they make a bowl game, regardless of what Vanderbilt does from here on out, if Jeff Lebby gets Mississippi State into a bowl game, a team that went winless in the SEC last year, I would say he deserves Coach of the Year. That's how high I am on what he's doing down there this year.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. So Mississippi State only has to get 2 more wins to get bowl eligible. And they still got Arkansas and Florida on their schedule. So it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good that they'll see a bowl game. Terry.
I do agree with it being a close one. Where is it at? Is it in
It's at
College
Cotton
Station?
Field, Cotton Field, Texas A&M.
Okay. But I think the atmosphere is just going to help A&M squeak out that win. I'm going to give them like a 4-point win.
Alrighty.
The Aggies.
For me, I think it's more than 4 points, but I think it's less than the 16.5-point spread. When I say I think it's going to be closer than the experts think, I'm looking at a 30-20 type of game here. Mississippi State is certainly like the most improved SEC team by far. Florida fell off. It's really Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Mississippi State are the ones that could be most improved, specifically. And all 3 of them are still ass, but Mississippi State isn't. I would even go so far as to say Mississippi State's ranked number 26 for me right now. If they fuck around and beat Texas A&M, I'll have them at about 18, to be honest with you. So I don't think they win this game, though. I think Texas A&M at home, 10 points, 30-20 type of game. That's how I'm feeling. No disrespect, though, because I think Texas A&M is one of the 5 best teams in the country right now.
Yep.
So this one is most interesting. Clemson at North Carolina.
What we've seen so far is the greatest NFL coach since Vince Lombardi, is not a very good college coach.
No.
But what's interesting is we've seen it go the other way, where some of the greatest college coaches weren't good NFL coaches. Well, guess what? North Carolina couldn't stop a bloody nose. If they had paper towels stuck in the nose, they couldn't stop a bloody nose. That's how bad their defense is. While Clemson has struggled, I think Clemson beats North Carolina. I'm looking at I'm thinking about a 40-10 type of ball game. That's how bad North Carolina is.
All right, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, I agree there too. I see North Carolina maybe gaining some momentum in a couple more seasons, maybe. But now Bill Belichick, if he's able to attract the recruits to go there, but as far as this year specifically, I got Clemson murdering the Tar Heels.
So I want to bring up a couple points here. So Bill Belichick had a huge salary roster, and they hit the portal hard. His game just don't transfer to the college game. It's basically what it boils down to. So their quarterback only has 430 passing yards for the season.
God.
For the season. Their top rusher is at 250 for the season. As bad as their defense is, their offense is worse. Clemson is a 14.5-point favorite on the road while having their worst year in 15 years. So, Clemson's going to win this game about 40-10. I agree with you. They're going to beat their ass. And then what this is going to do, this is going to bring a revival for Clemson. This is where Dabo Swinney gets his revenge, because Clemson is going to click one way or another. So Cade Klubnik's 89 of 148 with 6 touchdowns. Now, mind you, 89 of 148, 31 drops from his wide receivers. Think about how good he's been, really. You add 31 completions to that, we're talking he's at like 88% for the year. Like, when I read that stat, I was like, I knew Cade Klubnik couldn't have just got that bad that quick. 31 drops is crazy work. Crazy work. So I mean, I'm looking. Clemson's got Boston College. Well, they're 3-3 again. SMU is ass. Clemson's 4-3. Duke is heckle and jive. Clemson's 5-3. I think Florida State's a fraud. Clemson's 6-3. And then Louisville, who had to come back to beat an awful Pitt team. Furman and South Carolina. What if Clemson wins out? I mean, wouldn't that be some crazy shit right there? They certainly got the schedule to do it. No doubt about that. But, yeah, they going to beat the hell out of North Carolina is the point of that entire story that I just gave y'all. North Carolina's bad. Bill Belichick has all the talent in the world. They paid for it, and he ain't producing shit with it. Their quarterback has 430 passing yards for the year. They have played 5 games. Their quarterback's averaging 90 passing yards a game. That is terrible. And Bill Belichick's a passing guy. Man, things are bad at Chapel Hill. So the next game, Vanderbilt at Alabama.
God, where do I start?
Do you want me to do this one first before you go on yours, Chris?
Yeah, I'll give you the honors.
All right. This will be my upset of the week. I'm actually picking Vandy to win.
God.
All righty. Chris.
So I'm pretty sure Andrew thought he was going to get some crazy talk out of me out of this. This game's in Tuscaloosa.
I have your picks, Chris. What you talking about?
I like our chances. I really do. If we can get up early, I don't know if Alabama can come back. But that's the problem. Can you get up early in this game? I just don't think we can go into Alabama and get a win in that environment. I think we're capable of it. I just don't think we do it. But here's the kicker. You cannot go down there and get embarrassed. You can't. If you go down there and get embarrassed, everything good you've done this year gets pushed back in the back door. They probably drop you out of the rankings, and it becomes, oh, it was a good story while it lasted. That's not what Vanderbilt needs at this time. You have to go in there and be competitive. You can't get embarrassed. I think Alabama wins a 31-24 ball game.
So, all right. First of all, Vanderbilt losing to Alabama, being 5-1, and their only loss to Alabama on the road, they're not being dropped out of the rankings. They're an SEC team that's out there doing business right now, so I don't agree with you there. But I'm going back, and I'm looking at Vanderbilt and what happened with Virginia Tech, what happened with South Carolina North. Sellers goes down, touchdown called back. South Carolina had 17 penalties in that game. And is Vanderbilt really better than South Carolina? After you watch it, when you take the emotion out, those teams are very evenly killed. What you saw there was Vanderbilt was able to control the time of possession, and they controlled field position, and that's how Vanderbilt won. They're not necessarily 31-7 better.
Right.
That's not what happened. What happened was they played keep away, and that shit paid off. Lenore Sellers got hurt. It was just a whole big thing. So, but what I saw out of Alabama last week is they're for real. Going into Georgia and winning is a for real thing. That it was just impressive. Do I think Alabama blows out Vanderbilt? No, probably not. Do I think Alabama wins convincingly? Yeah, I do. I think you're going to see about a 31-17 type of game. Not a blowout, but Alabama showing that they're that good. Because going into Georgia is not easy, bro. That is not an easy task. And to go in there like they did and hold Georgia, Gunnar Stockton out there playing like he was playing. I think Alabama wins this game. 2 touchdowns. No disrespect to Vanderbilt. You're not going to win them all. That's
right.
Just reality. Vanderbilt, they still got LSU, Texas. They still got Tennessee. I mean, Vanderbilt's going to catch a couple L's somewhere. Like just the nature of the beast. If you have to catch an L somewhere on the road at Alabama, the team that just went to Georgia and won, that's what you want on your resume. You don't want to let down against Kentucky on your resume. You want I lost in Alabama on my resume.
Right.
So no, I mean it won't be that big of a deal for Vanderbilt, I don't think. But I do think Alabama wins this game because I had Georgia win by 2 scores last week.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, and there was no field position, time of possession. This was a nose-to-nose, old school, run the football. Each of them had great field position, and Alabama just won over the Dogs and Kirby Smart. Impressive to me. Alabama could be one of the 5 best teams in the country now that the year's progressing on. Or this could be a massive overreaction because they won a game. But anytime you beat Georgia, that's impressive. I think this next game, though, Chris, I think this one's going to be the unsung game of the week. 4-1, 24th ranked Virginia at Louisville. 4-0 Louisville. Game of the week written all over it.
I like what Tony Elliott's doing at Virginia.
Me too.
He has absolutely flipped that roster. You talk about what Jeff Levy's done at Mississippi State. Tony Elliott's doing the same thing at Virginia. And I don't think it's any coincidence that Clemson started taking a step back when Tony Elliott left to take the Virginia job.
Well, not only did he leave, Brent Venables left at the same time to take the Oklahoma job. He lost both of elite coordinators, and he's in rebuild mode. I mean, you lose both of them two at the same time, and that's gonna hurt.
Yep. I think Virginia wins this handily. I'm not bought in on Louisville. Yeah, they came from behind and beat a pretty decent Pitt team. Pitt's going to win 8-9 games.
That's crazy talk. Pitt's not winning 8 or 9 games. They lost to West Virginia, bro.
Maybe 7 or 8. Let's put it that way. But I'm just not sold on Louisville. I'm taking Virginia. They showed last week what they're capable of doing in the bright light because they were on ESPN, right? The whole world was watching, and they came through. That fan base is electric right now. I think Virginia wins this game.
All right, so before we go to Terry, you said you could see Pitt getting to 7 wins. All right.
Mhm.
They have 2 currently. Let's say they beat Boston College. That gives them 3 wins right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to Florida State.
I think they can beat Florida State.
Nah, that's crazy.
They're pretty equal.
And then they have Miami on the schedule. And they have Georgia Tech on the schedule. And they have Notre Dame on the schedule. That path to 7 is very narrow. By the way, what a awfully hard schedule for an ACC team. Jesus, man.
Yeah.
How did you draw that shit? That is insane work for an ACC schedule. Somebody needs to be fired in that athletic department. Terry, same question. Virginia at Louisville.
I'm liking what I'm seeing also in Virginia. And I honestly was shocked at that overtime win against Florida State. And I think they're going to keep that momentum going on the road and take out Louisville.
I'll be honest with you. I really expected me personally to only have this personal opinion on this, but I think Virginia is the real deal. I think Virginia goes into. I mean, Louisville's a 6.5 point favorite. Not only will Virginia cover, Virginia's going to win outright and big. I think Virginia goes in there to Louisville and beats them 24-10, 27-10. I mean, I don't think it's close. I think they make a statement in this game, is what I'm saying. Give me Virginia. I agree with Chris 100%. Now for the creme de la creme, like, as much as I hate Florida State, fuck you for losing last week and ruining this week for me on this matchup. It was South Carolina's bye week coming up, and I was so fucking excited that I was going to get to enjoy Florida State Manny, but guess what? I knew you would be on this show before it ended.
Better hope they don't choke.
Yeah, let's hope we don't have another 5th inning like last year.
I hope they do.
Man, fuck you.
I was telling you, so it's the end of the 5th inning. They're going into the 6th, but I was wrong about the Cubs. I said the Cubs were going to be eliminated today, and the Padres are going home. So congrats to the Cubs.
Ironic, because I got Budweiser with the Cubs on it.
So we're going to catch you up to speed here real quick, James. But with that being said, Atlanta Braves are looking for a new manager. It was time for Snitker to move on. I don't care what you say about injuries. The roster we had all year long, like even with the injury here or there, no fucking way we shouldn't have been second behind the Phillies and close. The game had passed him by with all these new rules, and you can only throw to the second twice, and the base.
What is it? Isn't he going to be like part of the front office or something like that?
Yes, he's going to be special advisory. I can't wait to see who the new Braves coach is.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they went out and got Bushi.
we'll see. I don't know. There's so many names floating around on Twitter right now. I'm just excited to see who it could be, as long as it's not Freddie Gonzalez. And by the way, Angels, if you don't want Ron Washington, he was the reason we won the World Series. And I know he got sick and y'all fired him. But Ron, if you still working, if you still got it in you, we'll take you in Atlanta, bro.
No. He helped deliver a World Series to the Braves as a fucking side character.
I
Okay.
mean, Ron Washington, man, he was the brains behind that 2021 run. Like,
Yeah.
even Brian Snitker said, without his leadership, they never would have made it. But anyway, I'm not getting into baseball. We have some college football I want you to cover real quick.
Hell yeah.
All right, James, these first ones are for you. Mississippi State at Texas A&M.
I gotta go. Is it at Texas A&M?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go A&M. Yeah, College Station is easily one of the most insane environments to play football at. Mississippi State, you have played some great football, but you're going into an insane environment. I'm taking A&M.
Yeah, for sure. That was our consensus too. Clemson at North Carolina.
Yeah, sorry Clemson, but after who they lose to? Syracuse?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, but after losing to Syracuse, you got to believe in Bill.
So just curious. So you think North Carolina is going to win this game?
Yeah.
I'm glad you made that pick. That's another one that I get up on you. So
Right.
Like that's so we haven't had a whole lot of crazy talk on the show yet, and you just made the first real crazy talk. There's no scenario in which North Carolina wins this game. Like I'm being serious. Like
Fucking Clemson lost to Syracuse of all teams.
What do you think Syracuse would do to North Carolina, bro? I mean, I'm being dead serious because North Carolina barely beat Charlotte. They got run down by TCU. They barely beat Richmond. They got crushed by Central Florida. I mean, like they lost to Central Florida, man, by 30 points, but yet they're gonna beat Clemson. Come on, man. I know Clemson's had
Hell yeah, they'll beat Clemson.
Hey, don't forget TCU.
I'll tell you what.
Man, shut your bitch ass up with that Boston Red Sox having ass at.
I got you. Here's the deal. If Clemson wins it, if North Carolina wins this game, I will go get a Yankees hat and rock it on the next episode. But if Clemson wins this, you have to go get a Braves hat and rock it in the next one.
Bro, I already got a Braves hat. Say less.
Oh, cool.
Tell them to get a Mets hat.
Oh,
You just not condone the wearing of Mets hat on this show. All right.
Again, you shut your bitch ass up.
So next game, Vanderbilt at Alabama.
Oh man. You know what? Like I said, I was pretty drunk when I said it. I will take Vanderbilt for the upset.
Yep, so did Terry. It's all in gold. I know what he picked. So you and Terry picked Vanderbilt. Me and Chris picked Alabama. And we're not picking. Like if we're picking with our hearts, everybody wants Vanderbilt to beat Alabama, except for me because Emily is an Alabama fan. And I don't need that. But if you're a college football fan with no allegiance, like Vanderbilt beating Alabama is like the greatest thing in college football. It's like when Boise State beat Oklahoma. Like it's like that. So. Yeah. We're picking with our heads here. Alabama, who just went to Georgia and beat Georgia at night on the road, that shit's impressive. I don't care who you are.
In fucking Georgia, too.
And Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year and left a bad taste in their mouth. And Diego Pavia said this week, as long as we play between the lines, it ain't even going to be close. No, Alabama's got all the bulletin board material they need to win this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think Alabama wins.
To be fair, Alabama's been doing some talking too.
I'm not saying that. We're simply putting Alabama's mental picture.
Right.
I
They
mean,
hungry.
like Alabama players have been talking, but not Ty Simpson. Like Diego Pavia is Vanderbilt, bro. It's not like the linebacker for Vanderbilt's talking shit. It's the fucking front man, the general, the gunslinger. He's the one talking the shit. That shit stings more than a linebacker talking shit.
I mean, Ryan Williams talking shit. Ty Simpson's talking shit.
Oh, so now it's a different story when Alabama's talking shit, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
I'm just saying.
They've been talking since the offseason, both sides. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Since the offseason.
Yeah,
But
God forbid
the one that-
former players give Vanderbilt their flowers. It's bulletin board shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It becomes a national story if a Vanderbilt player talks shit, but it's not if Alabama talks shit. I think that's a double standard.
The problem is, and I know you love Vanderbilt, and I know Vanderbilt's doing really good this year, but Vanderbilt is not Alabama.
Right.
That's the difference. That's the only difference. You're
We
right.
we don't have the history that they got. Therefore, when we do something, it becomes national story.
So before we move on to James, I will say this: there is no college football program that has what Alabama's got. Not one. So
Fair.
Very true.
Alabama's
Fair.
the standard. Like not a single program even comes close to what they've done, unless you talk about Yale pre-World War II. So it ain't even close. James, Virginia at Louisville.
Oh boy. Sorry, the baby needs some loving.
I'm about to go get my beer drink. No, Virginia at Louisville.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Virginia because they are riding a serious wave of momentum after beating Florida State.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think Virginia is very good. So now we go to Chris. Miami at Florida State.
I think Florida State's in for a buzzsaw this weekend. Miami is the best team in college football right now. It was a fun story while it lasted. Florida State, you got all your flowers for beating Alabama. You look good the next 2 weeks. Yes, you lost on the last play at Virginia, but this is a Virginia team that, what they win, two games last year, 3 games last year. You should have had that in the bag, but you didn't. You got exposed, and I think Carson Beck, the way he's having fun down there at Miami, he looks like he's a different person. The way he's playing down there, I think Miami wins this big.
The scheme fits Carson Beck so much better than
Yes.
he did.
Yep.
All right, Terry.
I was distracted. What was the game again? Sorry.
Miami at Florida State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got distracted with that stupid ass hat on.
Oh man, I think it's gonna be a close one. But I think Florida State it's not gonna be fully recovered yet after losing to Virginia. And it's in Miami, or is it Tallahassee? You said.
It's in Tallahassee.
So give me Miami, and we're gonna relive some of the iconic moments where Florida State kept missing wide right.
Okay, James.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be a good game, and it wouldn't surprise me if the ACC came down to Miami and Florida State. But I'm going to have to go with the U on this one. There's so much history, especially with Florida State having like the whole wide right and everything like that. And man, Carson Beck is balling the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure. So for me, I don't foresee a wide right too. Have Florida State won last week, I would think that's what we were going to see. But after watching Miami so far this year, watching Florida State so far this year, I think Miami wins this game convincingly. I think they go in there and I think they take Florida State by complete shock. I don't think Florida State knows how good Miami is. I mean, you hear what they're saying in practice and all this, and they think they are what Miami is, and they're not. And Miami is one of the top 3 best programs in the country right now. Miami's going to win this game 35-17, 35-10. Miami's defense is going to shock them. They're not going to be able to stop the offense. That offensive line is the best offensive line in college football, which is why they're one of the best teams in college football. As your offensive line goes, your team goes. People underestimate the offensive line because if you have a great offensive line that's just constantly creating you opportunities, chances are you're going to win the game. If you have an offensive line that's continuously not letting you run the ball and having your quarterback chased everywhere, you're going to consistently lose games. And Miami is going to beat Florida State in a big way. Yeah, Miami has had a couple wide rights. James, play this game real quick.
Oh boy! All right, spend $15. Well, I'm gonna just say this: it's fucking soda, not pop. You know what? I'll take chicken curry and garlic bread, just so you have something to dip the bread into the juices of the curry. And yeah, I'll go with soda.
All right, so you still got a little bit of money to play with there, but I get it. Eliminate one per row.
Ooh, first row is insanely tough because all these are just so good. But I'll probably go with eliminating pad thai. Eliminating soup, and I'll eliminate iced coffee.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. So you chose violence on my show today. How are you going to get rid of soup? Soup! I live in the South and I like soup.
And pad thai.
I know, man. No, bro. The only acceptable answers are you got to get rid of tacos, French fries, and pop.
It is fucking soda, and you assholes know it.
It's called Coke here. Like, when I was growing up, it didn't matter what was in the fridge. You want a Coke? Like, I'm serious. I'm not even joking. They called every soda Coke here. But I was like, no, I'll take a Sprite. I've always been a clear soda guy if I'm going to drink sodas. Which one was the best Star Wars movie? So them two said episode 4, the first one of the originals. And I said episode 6, the third one of the prequel.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, look, I will 100% give my flowers to the original trilogy. But for modern day, I got to go with Revenge of the Sith. It was so beautiful. We got to see Anakin become Darth Vader. We got to witness arguably the greatest lightsaber duel in history. And what is it? The composure or the soundtrack.
Yes.
Was just beautiful. I got to go with Revenge of the Sith.
I couldn't agree more. That movie was perfect. From the musical score to the actors, to the flow of the story, to the reason why Darth Vader became Darth Vader, from the lightsaber duel, and you said arguably. I don't think it's arguable. Oh shit! I didn't see all these private chats. Oh, okay. Y'all are just talking back there. I was like, what is going on? The original Star Wars is good too, but I'll be honest with you. I'll even go further down the rabbit hole on Terry and Chris here. If I'm picking my favorite of the originals, it's got to be Empire. Like Empire Strikes Back is the beautiful movie, man. It is. Oh, it is just the same thing I said about Revenge of the Sith minus Anakin becoming Darth Vader. It's the same thing. It's a beautiful story. I mean, you got John Williams. I mean, like everything's so impactful. Empire was great movie. And I know y'all really don't like Harry Potter, but I'm telling you, Chris, you're gonna have surgery soon. Watch those movies. You got time.
Mhm.
Like I watched them for the first time about 2 months ago now, and I was like, and I actually paid attention instead of just having it on in the background. And by the time Half Blood Prince came, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. This movie series is a masterpiece, and it really was. I'm not here to talk about Harry Potter though. So James, I want you to see this. You missed it earlier.
And that's what happens when you fuck around and find out.
So, only thing you ever hear about South Carolina's Southern hospitality, and it is here. We are real. We're nice to everybody. We're nice to each other, all that stuff. But the one thing you don't do is come into a South Carolina, whether and start antagonizing them when their favorite sports team just lost.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that shit in South Carolina. You just don't. That it's
Yeah.
just done. It's a courtesy thing here.
No, for sure. I mean, look, I will never go into a hostile environment and shit talk, but if I go into a hostile environment, I will at least be respectful in some way, shape, or form.
So, and when we were in Kentucky 2 years ago, well, 3 years ago almost now, my wife and I went to Kentucky to watch South Carolina at Kentucky on the road. And by the way, Shane Beamer is Bob Stoops' dad. I mean, not Bob Stoops, Mark Stoops' daddy. Jeez, man. Like, he hasn't beat him yet. Like, he hasn't beat him yet. And he made a remark 4 years ago, stupid son, and all that. Anyway, so we were at Kentucky, and these fans were nasty, like nasty fans. They really were. But when Spencer Rattler threw that touchdown, and they started to realize they weren't going to win that game, well, I was loud too. I was like, ah! They knew right then they weren't finna win that game. It was funny. So I don't think we've pick yours real quick, and then we'll go into our final food graphic.
All right, I'll go drum. Oh boy. I'll take the classic buffalo sauce.
I love it.
Ranch, because it is superior to blue cheese.
I mean,
And
in what way?
We're
But
gonna
continue.
pick ours, too, fucking movie.
and I'll go with carrots.
Yeah, I knew it. I said he was gonna pick.
So you all picked drums, or Terry actually picked chicken nuggets. So i.e. boneless wings. That's Hey, look, I like chicken nuggets as much as anybody, but they ain't wings, not to me. But if you had to eliminate one, James,
Oh boy. I'll probably eliminate boneless. Ghost pepper can fuck all the way off.
Agreed.
Fuck that shit. I'm trying to enjoy my shit, not a death wish. Yeah. Eliminate blue cheese and celery.
He probably
Alright.
doesn't put butter on his carrots too, you freaking jerk. Take them raw. I'll take my carrots raw.
Hey, raw carrots are good. Don't be sleeping on them.
I agree. I like raw carrots too. I just prefer them steamed with butter. But let me hold on a second. Let me find where this is. All right, it was cutting Terry's face off. It was bothering me, that banner at the bottom. Chris, you know how this game is played?
Give me the pizza. Give me the French dip. And strawberry crumble.
So there is no crazy talk at all on this graphic. I'm just curious what y'all like. And I mean, I'm not gonna pick what you pick, but like for sure that I would love that meal, Chris. That sounds like a really good meal, to be honest. I love strawberry crumble. James.
I'll take chips and guac, French dip as well, and the chocolate cake.
Alrighty. No crazy talk at all, man. That actually kind of sounds like the perfect meal, to be honest with you. Terry.
I'll go with chips and guac. Mediterranean wrap, because I'm assuming it's going to be like ground lamb in there. So I'm thinking almost like a gyro kind of thing. And strawberry crumble.
Alrighty. I'm also gonna go with the chips and guac. That just that stuff's so good. Like especially when they make it at the table right in front of you and they make it fresh. Oh, it's so good. The second one I struggle with because the Mediterranean wrap, I would like to think it would be like a gyro, like he said. But a good French dip and some hot au jus sauce to heat it up, not cold. It's hard to beat that. That's just delicious. And then I'm going with chocolate cake. I'm going to mimic James perfect. That's why I said that's the perfect meal because those are the same three I'm picking too, man. Chocolate cake, and then you had a French dip, and for your appetizer you had chips and guac. Yeah. Like count me in 120% on that meal. Even though I wouldn't turn down any of the meals any of y'all put, I promise you that. That strawberry crumble do look good. Chris, eliminate one per row.
So I'm not somebody that likes guac, so I'm going to eliminate chips and guac.
That's crazy.
Burgers are just so inconsistent. I'm going to drop the burger on that one. And I'm going to have to drop that colossal cookie because it looks like somebody took a huge crap on top of it. No, sorry, can't eat that.
Alrighty, James.
All right, so first row, I will eliminate hummus and pita.
Spoiler alert, me too.
I mean, look, I've heard good things about hummus, and I'm sure they are good, but it's definitely hard to pick hummus and pita when you're comparing it to chips and guac and pizza.
Not a fair fight for sure.
Exactly. Second row, I'll probably eliminate the Mediterranean wrap. I'm sure, it's like a Euro, gyro, whatever the fuck it is. That's that's gonna be a fight until the end of days. But burgers are good. It really depends on who's cooking them, and you can never go wrong with French dip. And then last row, I'll probably eliminate the colossal cookie.
Alrighty. Terry.
Well, I'm going to be the oddball here, I guess. I'm going to eliminate pizza because I love hummus and pita, especially when the pita bread is fresh out of the oven.
And that's
And
why the Red
it's
Sox
just
are
like the
losing.
Mediterranean chips and guac. Second row, I'm getting rid of the burger. 'Cause
That's
I'm
crazy.
going to take a good French dip over the burger. And last row, I'm getting rid of the colossal cookie because that shit looked like an expired bran muffin. Someone left out for like a month.
We've had so many descriptions of that colossal cookie. Yeah.
The spelling's even wrong.
Yes, the spelling.
Yeah, it looks like Rumble was just overcooked and was like, fuck it.
Look, it looks like it says "coal asshole."
Either way,
Don't say that when I'm taking a drink.
let me tell you something. Fresh
H
pita
is
is not
silent.
fresh pita, but fresh pita is amazing. It's my favorite bread, and I love it in spinach and artichoke dip. Now, had this been spinach, artichoke dip, and pita, I'd be eliminating pizza right now. But hummus is straight ass. I had an asshole like Terry tell me one time how good hummus was, so my dumb ass goes and buys some, and I dip that shit in there and I put it in my mouth. And I would rather eat cranberry sauce than that bullshit. So, James, it's fucking disgusting. So I will be eliminating hummus and pizza. Hummus and pita for sure.
You got to pick one to save Emily now: yogurt or hummus.
I'm gonna eat the hummus for sure.
So, to be fair, I dumped the guac and chips because I don't like guacamole.
That's crazy talk.
But here's the thing:
Insane talk.
I would 100% eat the pita and throw the hummus away.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. I mean, but saying guacamole is not good is fucking crazy, man. That shit's amazing.
I just ain't never liked it. It looks like baby puke.
I don't care. All right, so I'm eliminating nasty ass hummus. Second row, I'm eliminating the burger. French dip Mediterranean wrap are good, man, real good. Especially if it's like a gyro. Gyros are way better than burgers. And that's crazy talk to anybody who says it's not. So the burger's got to go away there, and that colossal ass old cookie has got to go. Because that shit do look nasty as hell. That's the one thing we all agreed on. That shit is nasty. But strawberry crumble with some vanilla ice cream on top, oh, that shit's so good. We got almost 50 people watching right now. So I appreciate each and every one of you. So for a new segment in our show, and I know I was going to do, if I can get this to pull up. Right now, right now, if you had to pick somebody to win the national championship, Chris, who is it? If the playoffs started today.
They started today. Miami.
Miami Hurricanes.
Yep.
All right.
Which is a move for me because I've moved off of Penn State.
Yeah, for sure. Miami's shown they're good. Terry.
After seeing what they did in Penn State, I'm going to change my opinion about Oregon. I'm going to go with Oregon to get their first one.
Okay. I think there are a lot of teams on that list that would beat Oregon. But I also said that about Penn State. So, and that didn't happen. James.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Miami as well. Carson Beck has really been balling out, and man, oh man, it's like they've picked up where Cam Ward left off.
Not only did they pick up, they got better. Like, this is a better team this year than Miami had last year, and that's scary. Well, not really. Miami kind of collapsed at the end, but the offensive line is the difference in last year and this year for Miami, because Cam Ward was good in spite of the line. Carson Beck is good because he has time to actually run the offense.
Yeah.
I think Miami has the best offensive line in the nation. I really honestly believe that. But for me, if I had to pick one team right now, I mean, and I get it. They took a loss, but how can you not say Alabama in this moment? I mean, I know Miami's good. Does it get any harder than to go to a place where the opponents won like 3 times since 2014 at night with Kirby Smart's dogs and get a win? That, like, people are underestimating how big that was. Like, they're just like, ha ha ha, Alabama beats Georgia again. But this is serious win. This is the best win of the college football year so far. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody tells you. Alabama going into Georgia at 8 o'clock at night and beating them is the biggest win in college football this year. And I'm high on Alabama. Give me Alabama to win it all if the playoffs started right now.
See, I have a different take on that game. Sometimes a school has got a mental problem with another school. We saw it for 16 years. Vanderbilt had a mental problem playing South Carolina. Even when we had teams that were supposed to be better than South Carolina, we still lost. We lost to interim coaches that, you know, we had no business losing to. We lost in ways that we had no business losing, giving up a touchdown drive in the last minute and 30 seconds.
All right.
An 80-yard touchdown drive. It just, you know, you can't do that stuff.
We'll be 1 second. Emily,
Hi.
how we doing, love?
I am escaping.
Yes. Hey,
Wait, hold up. Emily, if you're here, who's guarding the Sanderson sisters' house?
I don't know. I think it's pretty safe. It's night.
that's right. They can wake up. So true story. And James, I'm sure you have too. I don't know about Terry and Chris. So when we went to Salem, we went into the witch's actual house, and we walked into her bedroom and her living room. And did you go in that house, James?
Honestly, I don't remember Salem. I was like, I think 10 years old at the time.
Oh my gosh. That was like 10 years ago.
She beat me to it.
So when we go back, because we're all going. When
Shit,
we go
yeah.
back, what's that, honey?
I said, shit, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Us and y'all.
Well, yeah, because Emily blends right in.
She really does. And we'll all go up there on the trip. We discussed it already. But going in the witch house, man, like you know how you go in some places and you could just feel its presence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you walked in her bedroom, you felt it. Like, I was ready to leave. To be honest with you, I mean, I stayed and I looked around, but yeah, I got that feeling like I should. I think I'm getting feedback.
What happened?
Car radio is feedbacking everything we're saying.
What is?
You have us hooked to your Bluetooth?
Not no more.
We were hearing it come out of your speakers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You always want to hear what you sound like on the podcast.
That's right. 50 people watching right now, man. Thank you all so much, man. We really appreciate that. So we have done all of our stuff. I thought James, that was really cool. We got to backtrack and get yours. So now it's time for
You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord.
all righty. We have come to the end. Perfect timing because my wife's on her way home right now, and I haven't seen her all day because I had to get up 5 o'clock this morning and go to work, and she's just now coming home. So, although I did see her, I drove up there today, and some
Don't say it. Don't say it.
some person
Don't. Mm-mm.
had done something stupid with a cat. So it was a little kitten, little baby kitten. And so I went up to my wife's work and picked up the cat. So what is that noise?
That's my that's our cat going off, and my
sounded
wife
like a
matching
cat.
the energy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was like, I thought more feedback was coming through. I was like, did you connect back to Bluetooth?
No, our cat, Jelly Bean, who is a ginormous pain in the ass, but we still love her either way. It just is craving attention right now.
Product of your owner.
It's funny. I was talking about cats, and then here we go. Chris.
By the way, side note, I hate cats.
Yes, you do. I do not. Chris, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Man, this year's been so much fun. I've taken a more mild approach when talking about my team this year. I'm normally very brash and talk a lot of shit. I'm not doing that this year because this is, for me, it's a once in a lifetime thing for Vanderbilt to do what they're doing. So I've decided to take a more laid back approach and just enjoy it because it's fun. Do you know how much fun winning is? If you've never done it and you start doing it, the joy you get from it is impeccable. And that's why college football, college baseball, and college basketball will forever top any of the professional leagues at all costs, because you get that passion, you get those feel-good moments, and it means more when it happens. Now, when it comes to pro baseball, go ahead, Giants. Make my fucking day and hire Tony Vitello and get his ass out of the SEC. That way Tennessee can go back to sucking ass like they used to do. Bye-bye, Tony.
Alrighty. Yeah, the Braves position's open too. So let's not forget that. James, final thought.
Final thoughts. Fuck you, Boston. We're taking the game, moving on to the ALDS right now. But tomorrow, be sure to check out the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. There's a lot of good things to talk about, and it's going to be a great time.
All right. Side note, I am off tomorrow.
Oh, hell. Oh,
Show off.
you okay?
Did you think she was gonna hit you?
No, she stumbled.
Oh, I
was
saw her
probably-
coming toward you. I thought you.
It's probably the cat.
I honestly thought she was going to fall. I was like, being the... Whew. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't even laugh. I thought she was trying to whoop your ass.
I did too, bro. It looked like, that's why I said that. It looked like she was gonna take a shot at you. I was like, oh.
Apparently, you. It looked like you were going to take a shot at me.
Thought about it.
She
He
thought
said-
about it.
He
Emily,
said
I swear to God, you and my wife are going to be fucking besties.
he said uncut, and here she come lunging out of nowhere at him.
That is true. I mean, like it looked
Hey,
like
yeah, baby. Oh,
it looked like she was about to hit you, and then you turned around like you were about to get hit. It was the perfect scene.
it looked like that you were about to hit me.
Thought about it.
She thought about it.
It looked like she thought about it. It really did.
Yeah, you said uncut, and here she come out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah, here she comes trying to deliver an RKO out of nowhere. Now she's singing fucking John Cena. Oh man, I fucking love you.
Alrighty. Final thoughts. Emily.
Like I have no idea. I'm trying to get out of the car, and then I get a text message. I got to take Martha's friend home. Yay!
Oh, alrighty.
Make a walk.
Oh, but I did find out something cool today.
What's that?
I almost came home with it, and it's not a cat. So did you know that they sell the icing for cakes in the bakery by the court?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I need one of those in my life.
So I run a bakery.
Well, you know what they say: careful what you wish for.
Oh,
Hey, that stuff's good.
like just maybe a little bit of cake with it, not much.
See, I know it's good, but I like when I eat a cake, I like the frosting to be minimal. I like to taste it, but I don't like it to overpower.
Well, I can help you with that.
Yeah, I'm. That's a fair trade.
But I'm gonna need you to come get this cat food and the turkey out of the car.
Okay.
Is there frosting included?
No.
Will the frosting make the cool asshole cookie look better?
It might.
Look, we all know that the frosting is going to be safe for the bedroom.
I got the cat
I
food.
mean, it's approved by the FDA. Terry, final thought.
Well, quite the college football year for my shitty team, which hasn't been much of one. I'm just waiting for a Christmas come early. I'm waiting to hear Nico transfer because he came here for Foster. I don't want his sorry ass out here anymore. I want a new athletic director. I want a whole fresh new start, and I don't care how long it takes to kind of rebuild stuff. Just get rid of all the cancers because I know they could be a better program. They should be a better program, but they're playing like they just don't give a damn, and it's embarrassing. But for the final little skit, as always, James. Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Red Sox because they're down 4-0.
Yeah, I was watching that. This game's on ESPN, so I get to watch it.
Yes, sir.
So, after all this time, I decided to cancel YouTube TV and just get ESPN service because I can't watch baseball anyway. So,
Fucking wife threw a mouse at me.
well, that's it. Boston has 1/2 inning to make a comeback, down 4-0. All right, so final thoughts. For me, it's real simple. South Carolina look like South Carolina again. They won the time of possession, so we'll see what that looks like in Death Valley. in 2 weeks. Also, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the reason we're here. I'm going to say that every single time. That's just how I feel. New exciting things coming. We will have a website very soon. As soon as I figure all this out, that'll put all the podcasts together. We can watch them. It saves them, saves all of it, infinite space and all that stuff. So that's really cool. Automatically converts it to audio. So with that being said, thank you all. Appreciate y'all watching Villains the podcast only on the Villain Media Network. Matthew 24:13.